Eto na mga boss, kakapasok lang na balita. Grabe si Bato, naiyak, tatanggalin na sa Senado. Dismiss na si De La Rosa, nayanig dito ang Senado. Base sa impormasyong kumakalat ngayon sa social media, mismong si Senator JB Ejercito nang nagsalita na plano nilang suspindihin si Senator Bato matapos di umano siyang pailan ng reklamo. Hindi na nagpapapasok si De La Rosa. 4 na buwan na kasi siyang nagtatago, ayaw pahuli ng buhay. Mula nang lumabas na meron siyang ICC arrest warrant, wala nang planong magtrabaho pa. Tapos sumasahod pa siya ng 300,000 kada buwan kahit hindi siya nagpaparamdam. Unfair sa mga Pilipinong no work no pay ang labanan. Pag hindi sila nakakapasok, hindi sila nababayaran. Nakakaya ang ginagawang ito ni De La Rosa. Dapat tanggalin na si Bato sa Senado. Kaya ito, sabay-sabay nating panoorin kung paano si Senator Bato naiyak. Tatanggalin na sa Senado. Dismiss na si Senator De La Rosa. Nayanig dito ang Senado. Pero bago tayo magpatuloy, baka pwede i-click nyo muna ang like, share, comment, subscribe at i-hit nyo na rin ang notification bell kung gusto nyo ng mga ganitong klase ng video para laging updated kayo sa mga susunod pa nating ibabalita. Kaya tara, panoorin na natin to.
Sir, since finalize na yung rules, napag-usapan na po ba kung paano yung no work, no pay sa mga senador?
That we have to amend the rules itself kasi wala po sa rules ng Senate yung po tungkol sa no work, no pay. So, kung inaano nyo yung specific senator that is absent, we have to, before we can act on the complaint against him or her, we have to amend the rules again about it. No? Kasi you cannot find that particular any provision on no work, no pay in any of our rules. So, yun ang magiging mahaba.
Senate at saka ethics.
Yes.
Sir,
Yeah.
i-propose nyo ba yung amendment ngayon? Or is anybody in the Senate pursuing that amendment?
Probably we can, if any member would propose that the rules be amended or propose the inclusion of such provision, yung no work, no pay, then we can make the necessary amendment. Kasi outright, kung itutuloy namin yan, the case will be dismissed. Kaya nga, wala kasi sa rules namin eh. Diba? So, it will be dismissed. Kasi it's not, you cannot find it anywhere in our rules. Sa ethics or sa rules of the Senate. So, we just have to amend the rules first and then probably they can refile just in case.
Sir, sorry kailangan nyo muna i-amend yung rules ng Senate on no work, no pay bago nyo ma-hear yung ethics complaint ni Sen Bato?
I think so. Kailangan talaga. Kasi kung hindi, kung i-hear namin yan ngayon, tsaka pang ano pa yun, not immediately kasi pang-5, pang-6 pa yun. And it will be dismissed, no, kung itutuloy natin yan. Kasi nga, wala po sa rules natin. You cannot find it anywhere in the rules about that issue on no work, no pay. So, kailangan natin in case, if kung gusto mag-prosper, kailangan i-amend yung rules to include no work, yung sa no work, no pay.
And what is the possibility, sir, of amending the rules immediately before the hearing nung kay Sen Bato's ethics complaint?
We will, siguro as we go along, we will have to discuss it with the committee members. Total, may mga 4 o 5 pang cases before yung kay Senator De La Rosa no? Pang-6 pa yata yun, so medyo marami pa. So probably marami pang chance that we can talk about it in case we have to really amend the rules so that yung pong complaint against Senator De La Rosa, just in case, may proceed. But as of now, as I'm, again, madidismiss nga yan. Kasi nga, wala po sa rules.
Pero sir, parang wala naman pong 1-year bar rule, di ba? Kung mag-refile ng ethics complaint.
Wala naman.
Baka lang makusahan kayo, sir, na palibhasa si Senator Bato kasamahan. Baka ma-accuse yung committee na pinagtatakpan yung kasamahan.
Paano po pinagtatakpan? Ngayon nga po, kami na nga po nagmamadali na ipasa yung adoption ng rules. Kasi nga, kasi meron nga may isang senator na nag-apila nga na dalhin muna sa body para the whole body can decide. But sabi namin, pinagdibintangan na kami, inuupuan to, and the committee cannot act on anything not until the rules are adopted and published. So I was already, I guess I already decided that we already have to divide the house para ma-adapt na and ma-approve na yung rules so that it will be published, so that we can already start. The committee can already start with the first case and so on.
Sen, following the amendments introduced by...
We just have to play by the rules. No? Hindi naman pwedeng dahil mainit yung issue sa isang senador. Again, we will, first in, first out. Just like in any court, no? Kung ano po yung naunang i-complain, then we will hear it first.
So, yung first provision niya, papatak talaga dun kay Senator Bato dahil pag wala namang na-violate yung complaint dun sa rules, walang jurisdiction ng Ethics Committee dun sa complaint.
I don't know. I think it will apply to all senators who have complaints. Pare-pareho lang. Hindi pwedeng kay Senator De La Rosa lang natin, I think it will be, applicable to all those who have complaints. Pare-pareho lang yon.
Sir, kung
Marami rin may mga kaso sa iba eh. It's not only Senator De La Rosa. Other senators have other cases with other bodies or courts.
Oo. Kasi yung kay Senator De La Rosa kasi, Sen, wala kasi siya sa rules na yung no work, no pay. Kaya walang jurisdiction nga ang doon. Ang Ethics
And that's
Committee.
why, as I mentioned earlier, it will be dismissed outright kung ihihira natin ngayon. So, it will be up to the committee to decide later if there is a need to amend the rules to include that provision.
Sir, kung mag-a-amend po ng Senate rules, paano po process nun, sir? Kailangan may isang senator ba na mag-raise sa floor? Paano po yun, sir?
I think it's a committee on rules who will initiate, no, kung meron po sa it will be referred to the committee on rules, tapos yung committee on rules will discuss if there's a need, then na yan, kaya nga po yung majority leader as the chair of the committee on rules will determine if there's a need. Kung meron siyang magpo-propose siya ng amendment, then it will be decided upon by the body. So it will originate from the committee on rules.
Let me go back to Senator Bato's case. Pasensya na, sir, ha? Sir, hindi ba siya pwedeng i-discuss even if hindi pa na-amend yung rules on no work, no pay? Anyway, isang bahagi lang naman ng complaint niya yung no work, no pay. May iba pang issue sa kanya kaugnay. For example, sir, you can decide to suspend him or censure him nang walang usapan sa no work, no pay po.
We will have to confer with with the other members, no. Hindi naman sa ayokong but I would like to give courtesy and respect to all the members to decide, no. After all, I'm just there to facilitate. As chair of the committee, it will still be the members who will decide on all which direction to take, no? So marami naman dong at least viably our vice chair si Francis Kiko Pangilinan is a lawyer, Senator Marcoleta representing the minority is a lawyer, so at least yung mga legal implications meron po silang mga inputs, no, regarding this on how we can go about it.
May we know if ang nag-push para i-amend muna yung rules bago i-hear yung kay Sen Bato's ethics complaint ay ang minority members po sa ethics?
Hindi po. It's us, no, as chair. Siyempre, nag-research din naman po kami kasi nga, nitignan namin paano itong mga present complaints regarding senators. Nakita mo yan kasi mainit yung issue. Uminit at one point in time kay Senator De La Rosa, marami batikos, no, but wala action. Kaya lang, we just have to abide by the rules. Kaya nga nakita namin, kung talagang pipilitin ngayon, it will just be dismissed.
Lasa lang po talaga. Sir, kung ma-amend na po yung rules, hindi kailangan mag-refile nung complainant. Kasi na-amend yun yung rules with no work.
Pwede. Pwede naman sila mag-refile. In case, kung bawa, ma-dismiss ngayon, tapos ma-amend yung rules, they can also refile. They can refile if they wish to.
If hindi ma-dismiss, sir, at maunang ma-amend yung rules, magkaroon ng no work, no pay, hindi kailangan mag-refile, sir.
Hindi na. Oo.
Following the amendments introduced by Senator Ping Lacson and may mga na-introduce din si Senator Amy doon sa Section 23, ibig bang sabihin lahat ng mga complaints ay mababasura na dahil may mga pending cases outside the
I
Senate
think yung
Ethics
amendment
Committee?
niya, it's iba po yun, no? Yung jurisdiction niya. Ano
It says doon, sabi doon, sir, na kapag may
Then it will
pending
be
case
determined.
outside sa ibang tribunal
No,
o sa
I
ibang
don't
body, pwedeng hindi na din
Kung basahin nyo na lang po, I think it's kung the committee may decide whether
To continue or
to
not.
proceed or not, or to wait kung pwedeng gawing pending while we await for the other bodies kung meron pending case sa ibang court o sa ibang body, sa ibang agency, no? So may dalawang options 'yon. Kung binasa niyo po yung section 23, yun po yung bago. Dati kasi intayin niyo na lang, but now the committee will have jurisdiction or may opt to continue even if there's an ongoing investigation.
Sen, yung amendment introduced by Senator Ping Lacson doon sa ethics rules sa section 23 na ano ba yun? Natanggap in toto yung...
Yes, it was adopted, and yung amendment, it was also amended by Senator Marcos. So yung majority and minority both, no? Nagkaroon ng konting discussion about it, but in the end it was already adopted.
Alin ang
as
amendment? Alin po yung amendment ni Senator Aimee doon, Sen?
Just to include yung pong sa Supreme Court administrative order ba ron, no? Just to be consistent. May pinadagdag lang po siya. Ang good news, now we can already proceed. The committee can now move, no? As a committee, and we have already started by sending. We will be sending una ipapublish muna natin, no? Within 24 hours yung pong rules of the committee, then we can already act. Siguro we will already be sending the notice to respondents of the cases after we have published the rules, no? So, and then the next hearing, which we will be announcing later on, gagawin siguro namin doon, we will first determine if the complied with yung form and substance doon po sa cases. So we will tackle each case one by one. So as of the moment, we already have 9 cases filed, no? Iba-iba po 'yon. Nakadakit mga complaints, no? Pero iba naman doon we will the committee will determine kung frivolous or kung meron silang grounds or it's complied with form and substance. So yung unang first hearing after the publication of the rules, we will already determine yung form and substance kung complied with, and then if in case they will transmit the proper notice to the respondent as well. So kung mag-prosper, kung found to have grounds and complied, then that's the only time we will call the respondent, and we will also give the time the respondent to submit yung kanila pong response, no? At doon po sa kanilang complaint.
Sir, may we ask about the rules? So, kunwari, may complied with yung form and substance, the senator will be called by the committee, he or she will explain his or her side, o papel lang po, statement lang po ang ibibigay sa inyo?
Siguro yung first hearing, we will, as I mentioned, we will determine kung complied with the form and substance, kung may grounds. Then we will wait for the response, no, nung complainant, then nung respondent. Then we will, if kung talagang mag-prosper na meron ng then we will, that's only on the next hearing, we will already call yung pong respondent. Yun yung magiging preliminary inquiry already. So, pag nag-prosper and found to be compliant, then we will already have the preliminary inquiry.
But for now, sir, you will be giving already copies to the senators na merong ethics complaint. Tama?
Notice.
Notice.
Yes.
And the notice bears what, sir?
So that they
Informing
will
them lang.
informing them that they have cases filed against them para makapag-ready sila. And probably yung ano no kung ano yung nature pero hindi pa yung mismong complaint no. So that they can prepare. Siguro we the committee will still have to convene first and determine kung talagang complied with muna and there are grounds before we can proceed no kung talagang found to be compliant and may grounds, then we will that's the only time we will have the preliminary inquiry.
Sir, yung sa next hearing po, lahat po nitong 9 cases, sa tingin ninyo, madidiscuss nyo na if sufficient informant substance po lahat?
We will be already informing or sending the notices to all. But yung sa first, siguro we will first hear yung pong first case. First case muna. First in, first out, as I mentioned before.
In the next meeting, will you be calling the complainants already, sir?
Probably. Pero siguro we will still, siguro we can have them already on standby. Depende kung ano po yung magiging decision ng committee. We will give the committee members the time to review the cases kung talagang complied with and for may grounds, compliance ng form and substance, then siguro the only time we will call the respondent and the complainant pag sa preliminary inquiry proper already.
Yung siyam na complaints, siyam na senador din? Or may nagdoble?
May nagdoble yata.
So, 8%?
Ay probably 6. Yung isa kasi all senators Hindi rin niya hindi lahat hindi specific. So we have to decide first. Kaya nga ayaw namin i-divulge yung mga pangalan kasi kung hindi naman siya complied with and frivolous, unfair, no? So kaya that's why I'm hoping that for your understanding that we cannot divulge kasi kawawa naman yung iba.
You say all, sir, 24 senators or?
Past and present kasi nga po ano ba issue?
Sir, budget? Sir, budget?
Confidential.
Confidential funds?
Hindi. The committee will determine siguro before we call the respondent. We will still every time we will have a meeting first and determine first kung talagang sila. Depende na it's the committee who will determine kung may kung meron talagang grounds no for the cases to prosper. Kung frivolous, kung political it will be the committee's discretion. So I'll just be there, of course, as the chair. Ako lang doon, 'di ba? Will preside over, but I will get of course, as always, it's the committee members who will decide.
Sir, so to clarify, pag tingin ninyo frivolous, hindi nyo na pasasagutin?
Of course, definitely, and we will not anymore. Siguro we don't have to inform the public kung sino po yung complainant kasi unfair naman, no? Kasi kung talagang frivolous siya at wala namang grounds talaga. That's why we do not want to kasi siguro the only time we will inform everyone of yung pong magiging respondent pag nagkaroon na ng preliminary inquiry kung talaga nag-prosper.
Sir, clarification, dun sa all senators na sinabi niyo past and present, ito ba yung mga members ng 19th Congress o kasama yung bagong members ng 20th Congress?
Both past and present So 19, 20, sinama nila lahat
Sobra 24.
Opo. Kaya nga we'll see kung siya kung merong kaya nga yun medyo obvious naman siya kasi hindi targeted or hindi specific
Sir, just to be sure yung next hearing niyo, sir, para dun sa form and substance,
Yes.
wala pa kayong invited na senator at complainant?
Wala pa, and then we will give the chance for the respondent to submit yung kanya pong preliminary, of course, yung kanya pong defense or hindi pa naman defense but preliminary response to the complaint. And then
Kailan yan, sir? Para dito sa next meeting.
we will see kung ano. We are given the authority to have a hearing even during the break. So we'll get the consensus of the members when they are here kasi baka mamaya magbiyahe sila. So ano lang naman kami 7, no? So we'll get the consensus kung yung kailan yung common date that they are available.
Pero sir, dun sa next meeting nyo for form and substance, meron na po dapat na isubmit na preliminary response yung senador o wala pa naman?
Wala pa.
Sir, pag nagpasa po ng response, pwedeng hanggang dun na lang na hindi na magpo-proceed pa to i-hearing?
Yes, it will be determined by the committee members kung kailangan pa mag-proceed because
Based din po sa response.
Probably based on the response and kung halimbawa mayroong ongoing same issue, may case with other bodies or courts or whatever, then probably those can be used as a basis of the committee whether to proceed or not. So kung mayroong ongoing case, halimbawa, it will make it more easier for us kasi meron ng ongoing case. So it can be a basis for us to proceed or not with the preliminary inquiry.
Ngayon, kayo bilang Pilipino, ano ang masasabi nyo at reaksyon sa balitang ito? Mag-iwan kayo ng komento sa ibaba at atin niyang babasahin isa-isa.